There we go. I'm a football player, so I'm used to playing in stadiums, so I need a little more energy. Allow me to be your espresso this morning, okay? My name is Justin Forsett. I'm a former 9-year NFL veteran, Pro Bowl running back for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm the current CEO and co-founder of a mission-driven self-care brand called Hustle Clean. I know most of you guys are looking at me right now like, man, this guy played in the NFL for 9 years. I know I look like a weird combination between Kevin Hart and Al Roker, but yes, I did play in the NFL for 9 years. This is something we can Google folks and get to the bottom of fairly quickly. I don't have much time with you today, so let's dive right in. The year is 2013. It's a year and season filled with so much promise and hope. I just signed my biggest contract to date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's my 6th year in the NFL. I'm in my home state of Florida. My childhood friends and family could come and watch me play NFL games on Sunday afternoons. Everything was coming together. But it ended up being the darkest moment of my career. It was a season riddled with opposition, adversity, you name it, I dealt with it. It all started on the first day of practice when I got a routine handoff from my quarterback and I made a move under the last defender of the defense and stuck my foot in the ground and got what is known as turf toe, which is a severe sprain of the big toe on my right foot, and I was out for the rest of training camp. During this moment, I'm thinking like to myself, I'm like, man, this is my opportunity. I can't miss the season opener. I have to be ready for my team. I have to be prepared for my team for the season opener. This organization invested in me, so I have to be ready. So I stayed focused and disciplined and committed to the rehabilitation process, and season opener comes and I'm back healthy. And I'm ready to play for my team. The first game of the season, I see that my reps are limited. The following week, I see that my workload had severely decreased. The week after that, I saw that I have been demoted. I'm no longer at the top of the depth chart. I'm on the bottom of the depth chart. I'm not even getting in the game at this point. A few weeks down the road, I'm placed on what is known as the inactive roster, which means I practice with the team throughout the week. As a scout team running back, and on the games on Sunday afternoon, I'm dressed in street clothes like I am here today, watching the game from the sideline. I was heartbroken. I recall during this point in my career, in this season, waking up in the morning and looking at myself in the mirror and thinking, man, how did I get here? Anybody ever have those moments when life is giving you its best punches and you just wake up and you just feel like, man, how did I get in this situation? Well, my back was against the wall and it was a fight or flight situation, and I'm a fighter, so I was going to fight my way out. I was going to do whatever was possible to get another opportunity. I can recall during this time going back to my coaches and the staff with the Jacksonville Jaguars at the time and begging and pleading my case. I'm like, man, just give me an opportunity. Give me a shot. If I fail, it's on me. I'm okay with that, but just give me an opportunity. What's the worst thing that can happen? I mean, we're the Jacksonville Jaguars. We haven't won any games. We're in the middle of the season. We still have 0 in the win column. So after a few weeks of begging and pleading my case, a few weeks went by and they said, Justin, you're going to be up this week. I was like, okay, this is my moment. This is my opportunity to show them that they were wrong about me, that I deserved an opportunity all along. And we're playing the Houston Texans this Sunday, and I was excited because it was the team I was on prior to coming to Jacksonville. So at this moment, I'm like, okay, I'm in familiar territory. We get to Houston, it's a kickoff. That's taking place, and at this point in my career, I'm a third down running back, which means I get in the game in third down situations and mostly special teams. So I'm waiting for our chance. We get the ball first, and first down comes and goes. Second down comes and goes. I'll start buckling my chin strap, getting ready to go in the game. Third down comes, it comes and goes. They don't call my name, and I'm thinking to myself, Justin, just stay in the moment. Don't allow your emotions to overwhelm you. Just be prepared for when they call your name. Fourth down comes. We ended up punting the football. We did a lot of that season. And the defense goes out and takes the field, and they do their job, and we get the ball back. First down comes and goes. Second down comes and goes. Third down, they say, Forsett, get in the game. I buckle my chin strap. I sprint as fast as I can into that huddle. I line up next to my tight end, Mercedes Lewis, my quarterback, Blaine Gabbert at the time, and I listen intently for the play call in that huddle. He says, far trips right, 23 scat, all go halfback choice. Far trips right, 23 scat, all go halfback choice. Now that means absolutely nothing to you, but that meant everything to me. You see, the down and distance is 3rd and 4. What he's doing is clearing out the defense with go routes, and underneath is a halfback choice. And who's the halfback? I'm the halfback. So I break the huddle, and I'm excited. I line up Forsett next to my quarterback. He's in shotgun, and I'm looking at the defender that's guarding me, and he's in the perfect position possible for me to have success. And I'm looking at him, and my quarterback is going through his cadence, wide 80, wide 80. There's no audibles, no check Omahas. The play is live, folks. We're going. He snaps the ball, said hut. I take an open step. I run as fast as I can to this linebacker. I make a move on him, stick my foot in the ground. As soon as I turn my head, boom, the ball hits me in the chest like a bullet. And I'm off to the races. I'm running 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards down the field. I can hear the wind whistling through the ear hole in my helmet. I can feel the breeze going through my hair when I had hair. I can hear all 3 Jacksonville Jaguars fans screaming my name in the stands. Let's go. I'm excited, I'm ready. I'm going 30 yards, 35, 40, 45, boom, I get tackled. My adrenaline is pumping. Heart rate is up. And I'm thinking, man, I did it. I knew I just needed a moment. I knew I just needed an opportunity to show I had what was inside of me. I'm excited. And now my heart rate starts to come down just a little bit. My heartbeat starts to come down. I'm breathing, I'm catching my breath. As my face is in the dirt, and I'm laying down stomach first into the grass there at the stadium, and I started to feel something I never felt before at this moment. It felt as if there was a campfire in my right cleat. I roll over, the team medical staff is standing above me. At that moment, I had just broken my foot. I was heartbroken. I can recall during that moment lying down on my back, looking up into that dome down in Houston, the Reliance Stadium at the time, and thinking to myself, this is the last time I'm going to be able to do what I love to do, to pursue this dream that I had when I was a child, continue to provide for my family in this manner, this game that I love. The writing was on the wall as far as my time in Jacksonville. And a few weeks later, I was placed on what was known as the injured reserve list. And a few months after that, I was fired. This was my 3rd time being fired in the NFL at this point. And what I'll always remember about my time in Jacksonville is me going and begging and pleading for an opportunity. And them telling me 6 words over and over again. 6 words I've heard in some form and fashion my entire life. When I would beg for an opportunity, they say, Justin, we know what you can do. We know what you can do. You see, they were labeling me. They were limiting me. They were placing me in this box. They had this one idea of who they thought I was, and they couldn't get over it. You see, I've always felt like I was on the plus side of good, but it wasn't until my 7th year in the NFL where I got my breakthrough at age 29. You see, I know most of you aren't getting ready to play an NFL game. At least I hope not. But I know that you're on the plus side of good as well. How many of you ever faced adversity, felt undervalued, underappreciated, limited, placed in a box? Or how about even now, with all that's going on within the world, maybe you're facing some struggles or challenges within the workspace, within your industry, within your family and your communities. There's a lot going on. Worried about uncertainty of the future. Economic issues, social issues, political issues, all impacting our businesses in real ways. My question to you is, how are you responding? How are you responding? Are you allowing these bits of adversity and opposition to cause you to sulk, or are you allowing them to push you towards success? How do you respond when you look yourself in the mirror in the morning and you feel you should be a lot further than you are in your career? Things should be a lot easier. When your world is flipped upside down, what you know as normal is gone. How are you responding? Today, I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story. I'm going to chat with you about how better to think about your time when you're waiting on your breakthrough. What I've learned over the course of my career and my life is that greatness grows best in the shadows. Greatness grows best in the shadows. If you don't get anything else from me here today, I want you to write this down. I want you to own this message. So much so, I want you to stand up with me. Come on, stand up with me. I want you to own this. I want you to remember this. I want this to be your motto and your mantra moving forward. I want you to repeat after me. Greatness. That'd be good if we were in a library somewhere. That'd be good if we were on an airplane. But not right now. Give me a little bit more energy. Come on. Greatness. Grows best in the shadows. Okay. I like that. That's a little bit better. Now I want you to shake it out just a little bit. All right, shake your legs. We had a long night. I saw we was partying down here at the bar a little bit. Let's shake out some of them toxins that we may have inside. All right, loosen up. All right, now I want you to get your feet planted. All right, and I want you to think about the opposition. All right, I want you to think about everything that you're facing right now in this season of life. All right, now I want you to stick your chest out and your chin up. Now I want you to scream this message as if you're in the bathroom by yourself. The kids are away. No one's in the home. It's just you, yourself in the mirror. I want you to repeat after me. Greatness. Grows best in the shadows. Greatness grows best in the shadows. Greatness grows best in the shadows. Give yourself a round of applause. I appreciate it. You may be seated. I want you to own this message. All right? I want you to own it. Why? And what does this mean? What does this mean? And why is this important? It's important because we don't get our greatest gains in life when we're at the top of the mountain. We get our greatest gains in life on our climb and our pursuit to the top. Those moments when we're constantly being stretched and pulled and we have to dig deep within ourselves and pull out things that we didn't even know existed in order to take us to the next level in our careers. Greatness, ladies and gentlemen, grows best in the shadows when we're facing opposition, when we're facing a little bit of struggle. These moments we have to lean in. I've been in the shadows most of my life, being in obscurity, being the underdog, undervalued, underappreciated most of my life in my career. What I've learned is the first thing that you do when you're waiting on your breakthrough, the most important thing that you can do is excel at what you can control. Excel at what you can control. Your attitude, your effort, your preparation. Those things will keep you until you get that breakthrough moment. God-given abilities and talents that you guys have. Those must be at the forefront at all times. What I've realized over the course of my life and my career is that there's a lot out of our control. I grew up in a small town of 3,000 people. Not a lot of people make it out to accomplish their dreams and goals and aspirations in life. I couldn't control that. I was a middle child of 3 boys in a family, and I had a middle child syndrome, right? Had an identity crisis at an early age, not fitting in with anyone, never really felt like I got the best of anything. Let me do a quick little poll really quick. How many of the older siblings we have in the room? Show of hands. Older siblings, okay. The cool kids. You guys are really experiments. You know, they were just really, parents were trying to figure out like what they were doing. But you guys were cool. You got to do some awesome things. Middle children, where you guys at? Let me show of hands. Okay, my people. Yeah, the best part of an Oreo, the middle. That's us. All right, where the babies at? Okay, look at you raising your little hand. I can't stand you. Just spoiled. Just get everything is handed to you, just served all the time. Probably when you go back home for family events, you got your own little table. Somebody's catering to you, fixing your food. But at an early age, I couldn't control that. I was battling this identity issue. I grew up in a family that was financially unstable. We never owned a home. We bounced around from place to place. I remember at times when I had to take baths with bottled waters. I remember we couldn't afford to pay our light bill, so I remember doing my homework under candlelight or reading my R.L. Stein Goosebumps books by flashlights. I remember running from the repo man. Anybody know the repo man? Y'all have that in your community? You can't afford to pay your car. No, these are people that come and repossess your car. Well, I remember as a kid parking our car blocks down the street and walking home because we couldn't afford to pay our car note, but we couldn't afford to lose our only form of transportation either. So we walked home. Then at our very lowest, I remember being homeless. It's me and my brothers and my parents, all 5 of us, living out of a motel at the edge of town. I can recall it like it's yesterday. I remember the room number 108. I remember the blue-green vomit-looking carpet on the floor. I remember the 2 full-size beds to fit all 5 of us. I remember the large window that overlooked the main highway that ran through our city. I can recall begging and pleading with my dad to please park our car in the back because I don't want to have to explain this situation to my classmates. You see, I couldn't control those things as a 12-year-old kid, but what I could control was how I thought about those things, how I processed that information, and how I would use those things to motivate me and push me closer to my dreams. See, in that moment, I made a declaration to myself that these moments of adversity will never define me, but they will refine me and make me better. I would allow this to be fuel to push me closer to my dream. One Sunday afternoon, I was watching the NFL game of the Detroit Lions, and I remember a guy named Barry Sanders playing on the field. He was a guy small of stature on a terrible team. No offense to anybody that may be a Lions fan in here. And I watch him dip and dash through defenses. I would watch him electrify stadiums all across the country. And I was like, man, this is what I want to do. This is going to be my way out. And throughout this process of wanting to become more for my family and promising myself that my kids would never have to deal with the same issues I dealt with, I knew I had big dreams, but I had to put the work in. But as soon as I stepped on the field, I was reminded of my so-called limitations. Justin, you're not big enough. You're not strong enough. You're not fast enough as a kid. But I kept excelling at what I could control. I was focusing on the things that were within my power. I could visualize my success. I remember even so much so seeing all the things that I wanted to happen. I would sit on my parents' waterbed and visualize all the things don't judge my parents by the waterbed. Some of you guys had a waterbed as well. And I would think about all the things that I wanted to accomplish. And I think it's important that you see what you want to accomplish for yourself, because if you can't see it for yourself, no one else will. Visualize the success that you want to happen this year, this day, this month. You got to be able to see it to believe it.